What are you moving or something? Why do you got so many boxes behind you?
Those are groomsmen gifts for the rest of the groomsmen. I'm asking them this weekend. So hopefully they say yes. Yeah, well, most of them, I think only one guy doesn't know he's going to be, or I'm going to ask, because my mom is friends with his. My mom's friend is his aunt, and then his aunt told her sister, aka the other guy's mom, that he was a groomsman. And then he called me. He's like, did you actually ask me, or did I miss that? I was like, no. Fucking moms are yapping too much, dude, and they spread the word. My mom's like, oh, sorry. Like, too late, dude. I think they all kind of figured it out anyways, but it's fine.
Oh well.
All right, episode 7, take 2.
Take two.
Yeah,
That
dude,
is
I'm not as
true.
drained this time. Feel good. Feel good.
Which sucks because I have a lot of content now up in the brain.
It's all right. We can go a little back and forth.
Anyway,
Let's
what is this? Is this episode 7?
I'm like I'm like 90% sure it's episode
Sure.
7.
Sure.
And if it's
Okay.
not, it's not. It doesn't really matter. We'll just put it up. We'll just have
Hello,
two
everybody.
episode
Welcome
sevens
back to
in a
whatever
row.
episode this is.
Yeah, we already forgot, dude. I started listening to this book, The YouTube Formula, so we can crack the code.
The
I haven't
YouTube
got far
formula.
in, but huh?
The YouTube formula. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
the YouTube Formula. Yeah, there was a note from Mr. Beast in it, and pretty much he just told you that your first 10 videos are gonna suck, and then the next 90 after that are also gonna suck, and then the next 100 after that are gonna suck also. So it's just a fucking long uphill battle of just shit.
Well,
I don't know,
welcome to the shit show.
yeah,
'Cause
dude,
here
we're
we
early
are,
in.
baby.
He's like the first 10 are the like. This is I'm paraphrasing, but they're like the fucking worst. So
Yeah, I believe it.
we're like inside the blue
That's
liquid of the porta
crazy.
potty right now.
Mr. Beast is still. I think I've. When did we talk about that? That was like
Talk about
early.
what?
That was like early. Mr. Beast. I know we talked about him really early. It was episode 1 or 2.
Maybe, dude. I
And
don't
he's
remember.
still in hot water.
For what?
Still.
Oh yeah, for one of his homeboys being a pedo or something like that.
Well, that started it. And then everyone and their mother started coming out with stuff against him. They're like,
Oh,
oh,
how
it
Mr.
turns.
Beast is a pedo too.
Well, no one's confirmed that he's a pedo, but like the people he surrounds himself with are not great people. Let's just say that
Dude, that
much.
sucks. What if they were like
Like,
chill at first, and then he just had a bad pick,
I
and they all
doubt
turned
it,
out to be
dude. There's so
pedos?
many of them. Like he had
Yeah.
uh like people that were cuz he knew about some of them too. Like he's like, "Oh, this guy is a known sex offender in Delaware for
Like, for offending
hire his
innocent
ass."
children.
Yeah, it was you can look up him on the registry and he got because the age gap was 1 to 12 years old. So we don't know what age exactly
Ooh,
he was doing stuff with, but
yeah.
it was in the younger periods.
Gross, dude. That's like this guy I used to work with at my first job after college.
And then his
Yeah, I thought
CEO
it.
is apparently a woman beater and offered his workers hookers and cocaine in order to keep working.
Who?
The
Who's the
CEO,
CEO?
what's
Like of
his name?
YouTube?
No. It's the CEO of
Oh,
Mr. Beast's company that he.
oh,
That's
I
like
thought
the
Mr.
Mr.
Beast would
Beast.
be the CEO.
No, apparently he didn't want that privilege, so he gave it to this guy who's very weird. If you
Who's a
guys
woman
want to,
beater?
if you guys want
Fucked
to
up.
see any of it, there's like so much shit. I think like Dog Pack is one of the big ones. He has 3 videos out right now. He's not. I don't think he's planning on putting. He has a shit ton. He says he has a shit ton more dirt,
Hmm.
but I don't think he's planning on putting any more out until Mr. Beast responds to all the shit that's currently sitting out there.
Was he like a, if he was like a nepo baby CEO, like he was born rich,
Who?
the CEO of Mr.
I
Beast's
think it's
company or
his
whatever?
cousin or something. I don't know.
Oh, weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Usually, I feel like when people are born rich, then there's a lot higher chance of them just being
Yeah.
a piece of shit. But if they're poor, they can still turn into a piece of shit. I saw this clip of Andrew Tate talk about how Mr. Beast has like dead eyes when he smiles.
Yeah, that's what everyone's laughing, making fun of him right
Have you
now.
seen that?
He's always like,
Yeah, he
wait,
is.
wait,
I looked at
let's just,
a bunch of pictures of him. They're bad, dude. Yeah.
yeah. There's what
Yeah.
people are making fun of it because one of the people that came out and kind of like, she didn't directly name him, but it was very obvious that she was talking about him because it was like his ex-girlfriend, and she came out with this paragraph of stuff, and I think that's what made it. Everyone was sort of memeing about it, and they started adding like extra quotes to it, and one of them was, "Whenever we did anything, I just look into his eyes, and it's like they were made of glass. There was nothing behind them."
He's a porcelain man,
Yeah.
dude. Dude, that makes sense actually. I met some people like that. Not that I made love with them, but you know.
Yet.
Yeah, no. Alexander's eyes aren't dead, so she should be pretty locked in, dude. We picked our wedding first dance song today.
Uh-oh.
I was choking up, dude, a little bit just listening to them. Fucking good. They're good options.
Oh
I'm getting
gosh.
excited. It's been an emotional weekend.
Yeah,
Week.
I believe it.
I went to a wedding, and then it was a Renaissance themed wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So, like when the groom he like walked out from the woods and they were playing I think it was like Star Wars music or some shit
Oh,
as
why
he
did they
like
play The
walked up to the
Hobbit?
stand. They did some Lord of the Rings and stuff too. But then so he walked down the path like that was in this park, and then
He was walking for 30
bride.
minutes. I don't know
Yeah,
why
dude, it was kind of
the
slow.
woods was so far away.
Yeah, dude, that was actually what they did for when like all the groom and bridesmaid people come
Mhm.
out. They started at the entrance of the park, and it literally took each of them 45 seconds to like get to the
Yeah.
table. So we like had to clap like 2 or 3 times per group that came up. But yeah,
so
the
awkward.
we had to like stand. There's a lot of people in. It was actually it was a unique wedding. I'll say that it was kind of cool. But then once the bride and stuff came out, the officiant literally just emerged from the forest. Like there was no path. She just like came out from the trees. It's like what the fuck? It's
Yeah,
wild.
after the wedding, everyone's like, "Yeah, that wasn't our officiant. That was some fucking lady. She just came out of
That
the
lady was
woods."
just there. Yeah, no one knew what to say, so we just let her talk on the mic for a little bit. But no, it was good. There wasn't that many people, and then we went to like the reception. It was at his house or their house, I guess. And for the first dance, they were like like dancing and stuff, and then they like paused and their faces were really close together, and it got quiet. And then I think it was Revenge of the Sith started
No,
playing,
that's
and then
they
it was
pulled out
actually
lightsabers.
yeah, they did, dude. They had a fucking lightsaber battle.
Yeah,
It was actually kind of adorable because
yeah. I know
super dorky to do that, but they're in love, so
yeah.
But
I've seen
fuck, dude.
I've seen some of that kind of stuff before, and it's been kind of funny.
Yeah, kind of.
Were they
Yeah,
like dressed nice and stuff? Because I've seen some wedding pictures where it's like,
they're wearing like a t-shirt and
no, where they're
sweatpants or
just like
something.
wearing like the worst looking, like it's obviously it costs a lot of money, but it looks really bad, like full on like latex Batman suit
Oh
type
no,
thing.
they didn't have that.
It
They didn't
looks
have
it
that.
looks so bad, but it's like, well, I guess that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. But
Yeah,
god
that's what
dang,
they wanted.
I'd hate to be your
Yeah.
wedding picture guy and be like, I have to make this look good.
Well, the everyone that was there was like they were like he was in like a frat, I think. So pretty much
Mhm.
everyone there was like his fraternity brothers, and then even the photographer was one. I had actually met him before, the videographer. But it was funny while we were watching too, because you can tell like it was obviously like they had rehearsed it a bunch, and
Mhm.
just thinking about them like in the middle of the day on like a Tuesday. All right, babe, let's go practice our lightsaber duel. And
Be the
yeah,
worst.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, come to
good.
bed. No, I have to
Yeah,
figure
we
out
have to
this
train.
choreography.
We have to train. Yeah, it was interesting, dude. It was a cool wedding. But
Yeah.
then we had a baby shower that we're supposed to go
God
to.
dang, you've been busy.
Yeah, dude, we had a baby shower we're supposed to go to on Sunday, but then my grandpa died, and
Yeah, that
it
kind
was
of puts
just
the
like a
damper on
fucking
some things.
yeah. It was kind of weird because it was like so many, like there was a death and then celebrating a new life coming in and then a couple coming together as one, dude. It's kind of symbolic, you know, all of it together.
There's a lot happening all at once.
Yep. But yeah, I didn't have to go to the baby shower, to say the least. There, I just sat outside for a while. It was nice.
That's good. I feel like baby showers are more. I don't know. The last few baby showers that have been in like my family and like people that have around me have usually like only invited the females. Like males are not
Yeah,
invited. So I'm surprised you
that's
got
how.
invited to that.
Yeah, this was a. Alexandra told me it was a combination baby shower, and I thought that meant two moms were just celebrating their shower together. But no, it was meant
Just
husbands or
just
boyfriends
both.
too.
Everyone was celebrating. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and the only way you could get a drink cup there is if you brought these like specific cloth diapers for them. Otherwise, you just had to drink water the whole time.
That's messed up.
Yeah, dude. I know. And it was like a 2 week lead time on getting those diapers too. So we're like, well, guess we're drinking water at this thing.
It's
Well,
such a
yeah.
weird punishment.
Yeah.
I read on the internet that diapers are the biggest expense. So you gotta bring me cloth ones that cost me
Yeah.
$400, handmade by some grandma in Norway.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Well, diapers are like one of the biggest
Yeah, they are.
hella trash, dude.
Yeah.
But also washing shit cloth. Are you gonna put that in your washing machine? Maybe hand wash it? That's I would rather leave a yeah. I'd rather leave a carbon footprint. Yeah. Must have had a lot of carrot juice this
Oh
week.
god. Honey,
Yeah.
were you eating garlic? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, you could retaste it through the milk. I think that's how it works.
I don't know. I was just watching The Boys, and there's some weird scene because like you've seen The Boys, right? Where like Homelander
Yeah, I have.
drinks milk. There's this one
Mhm.
part where like this one person starts like giving him breast milk, and he's like guessing
And
the
she's like,
secret ingredient that she's like puts in it, like because she's eating it. There's this one where he's like tastes it, and he's like, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like thyme or something weird. Like,
oh, really?
yeah, and he's,
A little bit of oregano in this one?
yeah, like is that oregano? Were you just like munching on a leaf of oregano before you squirted this out?
Could have been. Was it one of the earlier seasons?
No, that
I
was
don't remember.
from the newest one.
I don't like to drink. I'm never gonna drink milk on camera now after watching that. fucking
Apparently,
show, dude.
I've been like reading now. Apparently, like milk, when someone's drinking milk, it always supposed to symbolize something, but it always ends up symbolizing
Innocence.
something out of a character that either becomes a psychopath bad guy or already is a psychopath bad guy. So
Yeah.
everyone's just slowly associating milk drinking at an older age as just like you're a psychopath.
Dude, I'm in trouble. I drank a fucking gallon in 24 hours just this last weekend. I was drinking hella.
Oh
It's
no.
fucking good. Yeah, I actually watched a YouTube video on it, and I think it's like supposed to symbolize like innocence or something like
Yeah.
that.
I think it's,
Because have you ever seen A Clockwork Orange?
I don't think so.
It's like
No.
it's a cult classic. It's the kind of movie you only watch once. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much. There's like, they don't show full on rape scenes, but just about. It's fucking brutal. But in that movie, they go to this like club, and everyone's drinking milk there, and that's like, they have-
Just chugging
and they
milk.
got like the mask. Like
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah.
masquerade mask with the long nose. It's
Yep.
kind of creeped me out now because of that.
Yeah.
Same with like, well, not the same at all, but
The plague
For-
doctor.
yeah, kind of. But like veils kind of creep me out too, like wedding veils. Because of all,
Why?
I think because it's usually a lot in like horror movies, like The Nun and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's always like black wedding veils, right?
Yeah, usually it is. When Alexandra and I took our engagement pictures, she has this favorite one where she's wearing a veil, and it gives me the fucking creeps when I look at it.
You just look
Like-
at it and you just hear.
Yeah. She's like, I love that veil. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, but horror movies ruined veils for me.
Yeah,
They creep me out.
that's weird. That's an interesting phobia.
Yeah, no, it doesn't like give me the chills, but it definitely no, it does give me the chills
If
a
you
little bit.
saw a room full of women wearing veils, you'd be like, "Nope, I'm out of here."
I would be fucking tense, dude. I would leave. I would leave. If I just
Oh,
walked into a room full of women, anyways, I'd probably leave.
dude, speaking of being tense, I started playing. I've never played it before. The Resident Evil 2 remake. Have you ever played that?
No.
Holy shit! I don't think I've ever been so tense playing a video game. I'm not even kidding. So you know,
Why?
because like, okay, so do you know anything about like the older Resident Evil games?
A little bit.
So like
Not
in
that much
two, there's
though.
this guy with this fedora looking hat, and he's like this really big guy. And in the original games, he was just this constant presence that would just show up in rooms and like hunt you for a while, but you could always escape him to and just
Oh,
like go through a
actually,
loading screen basically. I
I
think his name
actually
is like
have played
Mr.
like
X or
half that.
something.
Yeah.
Dude, Resident Evil 2, the remake, they made it so it's like there's no loading screens, so you can't escape him unless you go into like a
Oh.
save room or like a puzzle room or something.
Mhm.
And you can, and they did the sound design so well, where it's like once he shows up, like you can just constantly hear him in some direction, his big footsteps, like dunk, dunk, and you're just like,
Yeesh.
oh, I don't want to go outside this room because
Get
he
me
could be
out.
out there, and it's a constant. There was literally like a straight. I was like just trying to figure out what to do. It was like I had to break it up into like 3 different play sessions for like 2 hours. I'm just
Because
like,
you were getting too
I
stressed.
need to take a break. This is so fucking stressful. I don't have
Yeah.
any ammo. This guy's following me around and I can't kill him.
Yep. Yep.
I have to
I
solve
think I've,
puzzles under pressure.
I think I've played. I only played through the police station in that game. He got it for free on PlayStation Plus, but that's kind of how Alien Isolation was for me the first time I played. You just hear
It's
him crawling around in the
yeah,
vents and shit like that above you.
it makes you
It's
just
it's tense.
like how good sound design it can be when it comes to horror stuff. It's not okay.
Yeah,
It's
and how
not.
important having good headphones is for that shit
Yeah.
too. You
Yeah.
get blindsided a lot.
Yeah, I feel
Uh,
like if I were playing that game without headphones or the sound really low, uh
yeah.
it would be much less stressful, and I'd probably just be like, oh, there he is, whatever. And then, but then with the second you turn the headphones on, you just hear like off into your left ear, off in the distance, and you hear a
Just
door
like
open, and you're like,
looking around in your house.
there was a few times though where I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I'm
Just say,
like,
fuck.
he's here.
I gotta
How did he
go.
get here?
Uh-huh. Dude, I saw on Twitter today on our mildly mature
Uh-oh.
about something about the Terrifier movies. Do you know what those are?
No. The
It's
Terrifier movies? Is it
yeah,
like a
look
trilogy or like what?
there's two of them. Just look up like a picture or something like that so you can kind of get a general idea. But it's like this I think he's called like Slappy the Clown or some shit like that. But they're pretty much just like what is it called? Like murder porn, those movies.
What the
Like
fuck is
in
wrong with you, Nick?
dude, I haven't watched them. I haven't watched them. I started
Just
watching the
you
first one
watch
years ago and it made me uncomfortable, so I
you
shut
watch
it off.
so much random fucking like, oh yeah, my coworkers used to watch these tapes that you'd have to go out and buy, and it was basically like black market
You had to know a
weird
guy who lived
shit.
in this one trailer park and he
Yeah.
just gave them to you. He left them on his doorstep. But no, those movies, yeah, like in the second one, I guess there's a part where he saws this chicken half from the cooch up, and it like shows all of it. But
Ugh.
I saw on Twitter, it's like which one's better, Terrifier like the original or Terrifier 2? And there was like all these comments talking about how much they love the movies, and like those people need to be put on a list. That's what I'm saying here. What did I say on Twitter? I was like, it's your friend who used to skin snakes to see what's inside loves these movies.
Yeah.
So it's like serial killer shit, dude. Oh, they're so gross sounding.
Slight plug to follow us on Twitter at Mildly
Yeah, yeah.
Mature.
Link in the bio. Link in the bio.
uh
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to.
you'll get what do you get on Twitter? I don't know if we've been posting that often.
No,
Sometimes
we
you'll get some
haven't.
anteater facts.
Yep. Random we talk about poop. I think there's probably out of
I
like the 18 tweets we got so far, there's probably
at
like 3
least
about
two
shitting.
or three. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
trying to use it more. I think we need to put most of our effort into just like commenting on shit so that way people see our account. I got us 1 follower today, speaking of.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
bot though. Yeah, it's a bot.
Sick, dog.
Yeah, 1 post. But
Sick.
I followed a few people so that way our feed isn't just Oh no, what is when you
Just
go on
us.
to Twitter, what's your for you feed look like?
I don't know. Let me check right now.
I'm curious if
It's
it takes
sometimes
like
it's
the
you.
right.
A lot of it is like just gaming news, and then you,
Oh.
and then more gaming news. There's some political stuff. I don't know who that person is.
It's weird. That's not what it is from my phone, but we're signing the same account. So
Oh! Sorry.
you see a whole beehole or
No, no,
what?
no. Something's coming. I know a while ago we talked about my love for John Bellion, and I just opened up Twitter, and 12 minutes ago he posted a mysterious link, and
Album.
and he changed his profile picture to all red, so that something's happening.
Ooh.
Something's happening.
Mysterious. But yeah, our Twitter feeds from the same account are
Oh, you're
different.
talking about. I was looking at my Twitter, not mildly
No, I'm talking
Mature's.
about the mildly mature, like when you go on the
No.
For You for it.
Let's see.
Is it like entrepreneur shit?
Yeah, right now it
Okay, so it
is.
is the same feed. That's what it started showing up immediately. I think maybe because
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't looked at the like Twitter feed. Most of the time when I go on it, I'll go to my account to look at stuff, and then I go to this one, ours, to post dumb shit. And then I'll
yeah, I
immediately
know.
go off of it.
Yeah, that's fair enough because that's usually what I do too. But I followed some people to hopefully make our feed not be essentially what my personal Twitter feed is.
Okay.
Because that's not you can't you can't make jokes about the shit on there because it's not there's nothing to work with.
If you
All this stuff on there.
if you work 1,000 times a day, you'll have worked 1,000 times a day. And they'll be like, hell yeah, brother. That's pretty much all you can say.
That's what it is. Or it'll be like, I used to be like this. The problem, I sucked, I was a loser, and I had small nuts. The solution, I don't have small nuts anymore, and I work
The solution,
12-hour days.
I don't have small nuts anymore. I have no nuts. I had testicular cancer.
I punch my nuts every day, so they're constantly swollen, and now they're bigger.
someone I know, they always say that whenever they have to like do work, they're like, I work 12 hours at the ball crushing factory. You got soft hands, man. Shut the fuck up.
The ball crushing factory. Night shift.
12 hours a day at the ball crushing factory. It must be brutal. Can't imagine. Couldn't be me. Hashtag team soft hands.
Dude, one time when I was at camp, when I was a kid, it's like a Bible camp. One of my counselors told me there's this guy giving a speech, and he said that like pain is an illusion, that all things are like you get power through God, and then he smashed his nuts in a door.
No.
That's what he told me. I swear to God.
Oh, that's what he said. You didn't actually see that.
No, I didn't. That's what my counselor told me. And I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
he's like, pain is, or through God can take away all your pain. That's what he said. And he smashes nuts in a door to prove it.
That's some wild shit, dude. I'll prove myself to you. And then he
I'm curious.
it'd be so funny if he just crumpled. He just crumpled and started crying.
Yeah, dude.
So funny.
Yeah, right after he smashes his nuts on the door, and he's like, "Oh, see, guys."
No, it'd be so funny. He does it so like in his mind, he's like, "I'm gonna do the do," but he like does one, and then like his arm just starts reeling back for the second one, but then the pain hits him like 3 nanoseconds into that. He just fucking crumples to the ground. He's just like in front of like 50 kids, dude. That shit would be so funny.
That would have been, dude. Just made a whole bunch of atheists in that moment there.
Oh my
Like, well,
god.
these kids are cooked. I'm curious too on how he got his nuts to stay in the doorway while he closed it. Like maybe if he has like really saggy ones and he need a quick thrust and a close or something like that.
Maybe
I don't
he had
know.
a
Dude.
maybe
I
had
honestly, now that I'm saying it out loud,
100%.
I think he might have been lying.
100%. He wasn't lying, but the guy had a fake nut sack on.
Oh yeah, that could have been it
Fake
too.
nut sack.
Yeah, that would actually make way more sense. Also, why are you pulling your nuts out in front of kids? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it is a.
That's wild.
It is a. Let's
That's
just.
true. I think it was. I think it was a Lutheran. I was at. It was a Lutheran Bible camp I was at, but there was kids of all branches of Christianity there. So maybe he saw that at a Catholic one. It makes sense.
It's fucking wild though.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was gonna talk about today, I looked up. I was just looking at random videos, and I saw this experiment that a bunch of scientists did with what are they called? Capuchin monkeys. You know those ones that look like they have like the white face and kind of look like grandmas. Apparently, they're like one of the most intelligent monkey species. They're like the closest to humanity. Anyway,
see if he yelled enough racial slurs at them. If they
no. It was they tried to introduce. So they created like a society of monkeys, and then they tried to introduce money to them, the concept of money, and to try to see if they could do that. Right?
Oh, capuchin monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what they did is they had like this big box, and then there's a doorway for like another smaller box. And in that smaller box, they called like the monkey market or like the shop place. Okay. And what they did is they had coins sitting there, like little circular coins. And they had like 12 of them or something sitting out. And they basically taught the monkeys that like, we take a coin, you get a piece of food. So you're like bartering, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually the monkeys started getting allowance, right? So that they had like, they'd walk in there, they'd have 12 coins. And then eventually they'd have 3 scientists holding out their hands. And then on the other hand, they'd be sitting there like this, one hand outstretched for the money. And then the other hand, they'd have like either, I think it was like a grape, orange slice, or Jello cup. And the monkeys would pick, they'd be like, oh, 1 coin for whatever, and I'll get one of that item, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they started introducing prices. So like, oh, monkeys will favor the Jello cups. So what if we make the Jello cups 3 coins, and then the grapes, which is their least favorite, 1 coin? They just assumed the monkeys would be like, oh, we're just gonna fucking spend the money on the Jello cups because that's my favorite food. But they started actually using like their brains, and they'd be like, fuck that, dude. I could get 3 grapes for the price of 1 Jello cup. I'm gonna buy more food.
Whoa.
So they started doing stuff like that. The craziest thing happened. So they kept evolving. And then eventually they just started putting their allowance out, right? When they walked into the room. What happened is one day a monkey ran into there when it wasn't its turn to go in, grabbed the money and threw it into the main pen because they were all like,
the monkeys could get it.
So they all learned it. So they had their first instance of a bank robbery.
Oh yeah, technically, yeah. I didn't think of that.
He stole from the bank, but that's the craziest. No, it gets crazier. Once they get all the monkeys started fighting over all the coins because they're like, this is my fucking money. I want this money so I can get more food. One of the fucking monkeys. Okay, so all the monkeys, now that they have these coins, right, they start paying for their food off of stolen money, which they let them do for some reason. One monkey kept his coins, and everyone's like, why did he keep his coins? This is so strange. And he gave it to another female monkey.
Oh.
And everyone's like, oh, is he trying to like, oh, she didn't get anything? She didn't get anything? And he paid her for sex.
It was a hooker.
And they had to shut the fucking thing down because they're like, no, this is getting too crazy. So the fucking monkeys in one day, they had a bank robbery, fucking like theft,
prostitution,
all in one day.
Fuck. Money's the root of all evil, huh?
So we're just like, if you introduce monkey money into a monkey society, they'll like go down the same path humanity did.
Oh shit, dude! We're no better than monkeys, I guess.
It's fucking crazy
Yeah, that's
that there
fucking
was in one
crazy.
day they had like everything go bad. They're like robberies, like they started fighting over the money for more food and prostitution.
How long did it take them to get to
I don't know.
prostitution and shit?
Every video I could find on it, they just gave the exact same, like they gave all the analysis and everything, but they didn't say
Oh,
the
but it didn't say how
timeline of
long.
days.
I'm curious how
So
long it took.
I was gonna look into that more, but I thought that was crazy that like
That's actually
there was one point too. I forgot to
that
mention
is
this when
bonkers,
the
dude.
monkey that threw the money into the main thing.
He had a little green hat on and a
No,
bow and arrow,
they
or
like
what?
for some reason they had also had fruit or something in there, and he started like trading his fruit for the other monkeys' money that they
Money?
stole. So yeah, they had like a
Dude,
so he became
entrepreneur
like the first
monkey.
monkey salesman. Like
Fuck yeah, dude, he's a business monkey.
it's just wild that they just did that. And the funniest thing is that the first job that popped up was prostitution.
I know, dude. Well, they knew what they wanted, those
I
monkeys.
just think that's
Simple
crazy.
minds. That is
Yeah.
wild.
I give you metal disc. You give me monkey ussy.
Monkey ussy, dude. Monk ussy right there. Dude, that's actually not that surprising.
It's not that surprising, but it's also crazy
Yeah, it is.
that like they understood
they understood money, and then they
they understood
immediately
money, they
got
understood
corrupt.
budgeting because they'd like budget their money for
Oh,
food and
right.
all that stuff. It's crazy.
Right. Damn, they figured it out quick. How filling is a grape compared to a Jello bowl, too?
Well, I don't think it was like a
I
full
don't think I
Jello
got that
cup.
far.
It was like one of those like ketchup, you know, like where you go
Oh,
to
there's a little
McDonald's or
Jell-O in
Burger
there.
King and there's those like little
Yeah.
ketchup, like you know the you have to squirt into that little thing of
Yeah.
ketchup.
Those like mini Dixie cups or whatever they are.
Yeah, so I think it was like that was full of Jello, so it wasn't like a
Damn, dude. Those are the monkeys you always see in movies. The
Yeah.
capuchin monkeys. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking pieces of shit.
People wanted them to continue the experiment to see
what
like how
happens next?
closely they'd rival humanity. Like, would they go down the exact same path that we did and like create capitalism and
They give them like a
barter?
big enough pen too, where there's like a bunch of like Attila the Hun monkeys and the small speaker monkeys taking all their money, dude. And then they can teach more monkeys.
They end up like having casinos and
Yeah, yeah, just some monkey smacking a button, dude. That is
it's wild.
monkeys playing poker and shit. Damn, dude, I'm just looking at pictures of them right now. They kind of got human-looking eyes, some of them.
Yeah, I think that's what I was kind of saying. They kind of look like a grandma if you like were to just
Yeah,
look
they
at
do
their
look
face.
like a grandma.
It was pretty interesting. The other thing I watched a documentary on a guy that I had no clue existed named Radio Man. Do you know who Radio Man is? He's from New York.
No, I don't
Apparently,
know.
he's like no one knows him, but like every celebrity knows him.
Oh yeah, I saw a clip of Samuel Jackson talking about him actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "That's Radio Man. He
Yeah.
can tell you where you need to go."
It's apparently he was just this dude in New York. I think he was homeless at one time. He's not homeless anymore, and he like kicked alcoholism because he like used to drink a lot, and that's why he was homeless. But apparently he just like what he did, like just does and did to like become this big name in the celebrity thing is if you were filming in New York, somehow he'd figure out where all the movie sets are and he would just show up there and just like he'd have a list.
Like, hey guys.
So like there's this when I was watching this documentary, I think there was one thing of like Shia LaBeouf. He was just like, dude, this guy knows where I'm gonna be before I do. Sometimes, like one time I just asked him, hey, what's the schedule for me? And he goes, oh, you're doing this movie. You're gonna be here on this day and filming this. And he'd be like, what?
Thanks, Radio Man.
And then apparently he became like a good luck charm because he's like he was based in New York for a while, and for some reason because he showed up to movie sets, and every single movie he showed up to initially, like, blew up,
Popped
and
off.
it
Oh
blew up
shit.
in the box office. So he kind of became like a good luck charm. So everyone was like, if you see fucking Radio Man, do not throw him away because we need him on the set for
Yeah.
good luck charm.
Did he's like a real life Stan Lee in the Marvel.
Well, yeah, because
He's showing up everywhere.
he actually starts. He became so popular that a lot of people, if you're filming in New York, they'll be like, "Hey, you want a cameo?" Like,
Radio
if
Man.
you know what he looks like, he was in all three of the Spider-Man, like the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, like as like a
Huh.
background person. He was in like a bunch of. I think he was in The Godfather or something. He
I
like
have
was
to
on a
rewatch
bike,
those.
but like he was just in a bunch of different movies as like a stand-in background person.
Hmm.
Um,
What do you when you see a homeless person on like the corner? What's your first thought?
well, are you talking about like an actual homeless person?
Yeah, I'm talking about
'Cause
a real
I
homeless
don't want to be
person.
mean, but where my area, there's a lot of people that pretend to be homeless to get money, but they're definitely not homeless. So, motherfucker,
Yeah,
you got 3 kids and a dog,
yeah. That's what
and
I
you're
was
sitting at
actually
the end
just.
of a Walmart where you have to drive how long to get out here?
Yeah,
You're
right. That's
not
what I was just
homeless.
gonna say too. That is always my first suspicion. It's like, is it a real homeless person? Because
Yeah,
you'll see like some guy in like Jordans playing on his phone while he's holding a sign
yeah,
and
and he's not
smoking a
even
cig.
holding it up. It's like resting on his shin
Yeah,
as he's sitting there on his pull-out
yeah. It's like,
Gucci.
dude, go roll in some dirt or something. At least make it kind of
Yeah,
believable. If you're gonna fix it. It kind of
yeah,
ruins it for all the other homeless people.
it does.
I never
But
give them money, dude. I never give them money.
I'm
So
trying to think. I've given some people money if I'm like, oh, this guy's actually homeless. But like, I haven't. Usually, if I see them, especially if they're in like places where it's just like, there's no way you're homeless, I'd be like,
uh
nah,
huh.
I won't
Well, because
even
sometimes
look
they
at
got like
you.
shifts and shit. Yeah, sometimes I've heard like they make like bank some homeless dudes if they
Yeah,
make the right corners. Once I was at it was like a Cub Foods and I was on my way out and there's a guy in a wheelchair like that was missing a leg, and then a different guy in a wheelchair also missing a leg came up and like replaced him afterward. Like they got
that's
shifts.
weird.
Yeah, to draw the most pity. You gotta. I feel like there's like a real strategy to what you're sitting on. Yeah, I always think that too, dude. That they're probably faking. Sucks
It's
for the real
definitely a
ones.
concern. Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
One time when I was in Washington with my grandparents when I was a kid, it was like 90 something degrees out, and there was a homeless guy sitting out on the corner with like one of those emergency heat blankets, shaking a styrofoam cup. It's like he's really trying to pull at the heartstrings here with that fucking heat blanket. Wrong environment though.
I don't know.
That was also the first time I saw lesbians on that trip. Fun fact for you.
Well, that you know of. You could have met some before
That's
that.
true. I think it was like Pride. It was in June when we went, and we were on the subway, and I saw these two girls kiss. Grandma.
Back
I
in,
was like,
what
oh,
was that?
Grandma,
Would
those
that
are
be like
lesbians.
2008?
No, it was. I think it was probably like 2012 or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think I
weird.
was like 13, 14.
We really did grow up in that era where it's just like, oh, it's okay now.
Yeah.
Because you talk to some people about it and they'd be like, what? And you'd just be like, it's normal, bro. Calm down.
Yeah. I see it kind of everywhere.
So I remember one of my cousins got married and I was like, oh, I went to my first gay wedding. And then someone was just like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? It's 2016. Calm down, lady.
Yeah, they exist, dude. Whether or not you believe in them, they are real.
It's weird.
Yeah,
I feel like this has been a very mellow episode. I don't know why.
that's all right.
Maybe it's
It
just
was
how
all
I'm
right, dude.
feeling.
Yeah, I feel like it's on on par. I don't know,
On
maybe.
demand.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
didn't.
have cable?
Fuck no. Who even has? I don't think really anyone has cable.
Yeah, we don't have cable anymore. We went back up to our internet provider to be like, yo, we don't need this one box anymore. And they're
Yeah,
like,
cable's
you want
stupid.
these new ones? It's basically a streaming box instead. So they don't even offer cable anymore. They're like, you can buy, well,
Oh,
you do offer it, but they're like, plug this into the Wi-Fi and
Good to
basically
go.
turns your shit into a Roku TV. But you also
We
get our
have
channels.
oh yeah, I guess on my Roku we've watched movies on there. We also have YouTube TV, which has
So
like
kind of, yeah. You kind
yeah,
of
I
have
suppose we
cable.
do. Yeah, Gabe just uses it to watch football games. Well, I might scroll on there, try. It's like when you were a kid and you could find just movies on randomly. And you get
Yeah,
hype. So
I
sometimes I've
do.
been scrolling that once in a while, just to,
It's
like
so
hopefully
funny.
stumble on some gold.
It's so funny. Every once in a while, I keep thinking that I want to do that again, but then every once in a while I'll go upstairs and my dad will be doing it. And I'm like, "You're watching Guardians of the Galaxy again?" And he's like, "Oh, there's nothing else on." I'm like,
Like,
well,
guess I'm watching it too.
like, I guess I'm going to go in to my back downstairs and watch Markiplier or someone on YouTube instead.
Markiplier.
At least it's a new video. He's making a
It's
movie.
true.
Did you know that? He's making
No.
like an actual big budget. And I don't know how big of a budget it is, but it's going to be like a big movie.
What is it about?
Have you seen the game? What's it called? Iron Lung? It's like a
No.
really. I don't want to. It's like an indie game. The premise is basically. I can't remember why you're doing this, but like there's for some reason like the ocean or some ocean has just turned to blood for some reason.
Oh.
And then your job is to go down in a submarine with no windows and like just look around. So you have to like navigate around and like push a button to take pictures outside, and then you have to wait for them to load to see what your surroundings.
How do you see anything if it's all blood? Wouldn't it just be red
I don't.
everywhere?
I don't know how it's a game, dude.
Oh, that's true.
But you're
That's
like,
fair.
well, then like I don't remember what. I don't really remember because I saw that game back when it first came out. But apparently, Markiplier got in touch with them or something, and he's actually making a movie about that game.
Sounds like it's a horror game.
It is. It is. It is.
High IQ move right there. High IQ move.
You're kind of a horror game bro back in the day, weren't you? You played a lot of
I do like horror
Outlast and not Outlast.
games. I did play Outlast, yeah.
What was the other?
Played
Amnesia.
Alien Isolation. Oh yeah, I played some of that. That game is, I don't know, I never finished it. It's kind of well, there's so much of like just dark rooms,
Yeah.
and then you hear that like scratching noise all the time. You're taking notes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And you can't even look at the monsters either. Then you go insane. It's like I wanna see them. But I suppose
Yeah.
that's part of the fear.
Not wanting
Man,
to look at them.
I only played that because PewDiePie used to play it a lot. And
Yeah.
I used to watch him all the time.
It's kind of weird because Amnesia has a few new games, but I haven't heard anything about them really, unless you like actually go to look at them. Because I think
Yeah, I think
they came out with like
there
2
was,
or
like,
3
Machine
new
for
ones
Pigs.
recently.
Oh yeah, there's one where you're in a cave.
Like there's like one where it's like there's like the cave one, and I think there's one where you're in a bunker or something, like you're a World War II or World War guy,
Ooh, that
and
sounds
you're like
kinda
trapped in a
interesting.
bunker or something.
Yeah, I bought the one where you're in a cave. It's fucking garbage. Well,
Oof.
I mean, all you do is look at fucking cave walls all the time, and then randomly you go to some weird other realm, and then you're back in some boring ass cave. This game fucking blows. It's not interesting to look at.
What
Yeah,
else?
there's got to be a good set for
And then what's
like
the
the Alien game, dude. Freaking love that one.
yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think what else is like, because modern horror games, I feel like a lot of them have just been like made by one or two teams that I can think of.
Those are usually the good ones. I feel like it's like a small.
Do you
group.
remember when PT got like
Oh.
teased?
Yeah, did you ever play it?
No, I didn't, because like
Oh.
I think by the time I started like actually realizing it is when they took it off
Yeah,
PlayStation and everything.
I got it just before they took it off, and then it was spooky. It looked good,
Yeah,
though.
I'll never forgive. What was it? Capcom? Not Capcom. Bandai. I can't remember. Some company. They just like.
Probably my Capcom.
I don't think it was Capcom. It was one. It
Oh.
wasn't. It's the people that make, Metal Gear.
Silent Hill. Oh.
Yeah, I think Silent. No,
like
that
Hideo
wasn't
Kojima.
Well, Hideo Kojima was the guy making PT, but they decided they hated him, even though he was the one making all their good games.
Yeah, he's
and
the
they kicked
freaking
him out
best,
and then
dude.
canceled all of his projects. So-
Oh,
and now he's making Death Stranding.
yeah. That I actually watched like the documentary. It was like a Hideo Kojima documentary, and it's just about Death Stranding.
Yeah, he really
He's like, I
likes
want
that
people to
world.
feel alone, but then you can like see stuff other players have done.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems kind of like you really gotta.
Death Stranding is one of those games where I feel like when it first came out, everyone hated it because it was so weird and different.
Mhm.
And then the people that got into it really late were just like, well, this is a game. But then like there's like a very, very small subset of people that's like, I understand this. This
Yeah,
is
I
my
fucking love
shit.
this game. I love
I mean,
walking around
obviously it must
aimlessly
have been decent because I think he's working on a second Death Stranding right now. So
with Daryl Dixon. I remember from the trailer there was this. I can't remember who the actor is, but I always thought he was a badass, and then he was like the enemy. It looked like in the trailer because he like. Yeah, I remember him like making a sig come out of like thin air and
oh,
lit
what
that
was it?
shit up.
It
It looked like
was
a
Troy
fucking
Baker, wasn't
badass.
it? I think he
Maybe
was
I don't
the
know.
I think he was the main villain of the Death Stranding. He's like blonde. It's a
No, it's
blonde
not
dude.
Troy Baker. There's a movie. What was it called? Another Drink. Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, yeah,
You know who
yeah,
that is?
yeah,
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 he looked like the enemy in the. So mysterious, dude.
yeah.
He doesn't say that many words. He's got a sick sounding voice. The way his
Yeah.
face looks, dude. Yeah, he looks like he's got secrets. But yeah, he looks like he's got fucking hella
Do you think you
secrets.
could be a voice actor like that one day? Probably. Oh, I don't know.
No,
I
dude, my
feel like
voice sucks for voice
you could be one of
acting.
those guys that are like in the background and just die.
Yeah. Ah!
Okay,
Or
never mind. You can't be
cuck in
that
a
either.
video game. I have a good cuck voice, I think. Dude,
A cock
I'll never forget.
voice. That is so fucked.
Dude, I
Good
got
thing
like
I'm
kind of like
editing.
a
Good thing I'm editing these, I guess. 'Cause
yeah. Well, I got kind
I've got a
of
good
like a
cock
in
voice.
my voice, dude. Yeah, I never liked it, but it's what it is. Yeah, it is a little bit of Kermity in my voice. But no, once we were in this GTA lobby,
Oh
you
no.
remember this?
No, I don't.
We were in this GTA lobby, and I never fucking talk in the live chat. I never do it. And the first time I did, because it sounded like kind of like people were having a good time, and I said something, and some
The
guy
mood
was like,
just immediately
"Yeah,"
shifted.
some guy was just like, "Oh, I could hear the acne in your voice, bro," and I was like, "Oh." Thing is, I didn't have acne, but I couldn't prove it. Like if I fight this, it's gonna sound like I have even more.
Look me up
So
right now
he's
on
just,
Instagram. I'll post a picture.
yeah, I don't
Follow
have
me while
acne,
you're
I
at it.
swear. Yeah, I used to, but I got fucking medical grade cream when I got rid of that. But yeah, dude, I just shut my. I've never talked on there since. Just shut it. It's the same thing with who's that fucking streamer with the mustache, dude?
Do you know how?
Uh,
Oh, yeah,
Crater,
that's a
something
pretty
like
funny.
that.
There's an Australian streamer named Creator, and
Yeah, fuck that guy. He's my enemy, dude. He doesn't even know who I am, but he's
yeah,
my
no, he
enemy.
doesn't. But yeah, that was kind of funny.
Well, yeah. So my username was Nicker Nicker 69. And I picked it because my mom used to call me that when I was young, dude. But I subscribed because I thought it was funny, and then all of a sudden I couldn't see the chat, and I just hear him. Fuck, dude, it scars my memory. You're a loser. I'm not saying that. You're a loser, boy. And then everyone, I guess, was flaming me in the chat. Dude, I had no idea. It's like, fuck this. I'm not watching any streams ever again. It's the first one I watched. I haven't watched any since. It's fucking stupid,
Just
anyways.
immediately gets banned, dude.
Yeah, I did, dude. I didn't even realize what I did at first.
I don't even
Like,
type in
whatever,
the chat.
streaming
I
is-
literally just subscribed.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get him, but yeah, dude, fuck streamers. All of them.
That
Just because
started
that
the
one bad
road.
experience I had. It did, dude. That actually messed me up. That was so rude. But I
Oh,
don't use that
God.
username anymore because it sounds like
Obvious
the N-word.
reasons.
Yeah, it sounds like the N-word, so I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
But,
God.
yeah, dude, Critter sucks. So, moral of the story there. God, dude. Being online is brutal.
and we chose to start a podcast.
Yeah.
What idiots we are, dude.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
gotten to the point where I was straight up like, because I've seen recent, like pretty much right when we launched the podcast, that's when I started seeing a bunch of like, you know how YouTubers, they always have like their cycle of sponsors. There's usually like, and they all come at the same time. So like this one company just comes out and just sponsors like 500 creators all at once.
You see
Everyone
a
I'm,
bunch of AG1 ads.
it's like everyone and their mother right now. The second we launched the podcast, that one thing came up where it's just like, thanks for our sponsor. I don't remember what the company is, but they're basically just like take your personal data off the internet.
Oh yeah.
It's like all they
a
do.
VPN or something.
No, it's not. They like basically they like be like they'll go to websites and be like, hey, you have my client's information on your site. Take it off, or else we'll sue you.
Oh. Okay.
Type of thing. And
Yeah.
and then they just take. That's all they do is they find your information online and they just take it down, and that's all they do.
And everyone's sponsored by them now.
Yeah, and it was a terrible timing because it was right when we started the podcast. I'm like, oh shit, do I need to do that? Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Let's ask them to sponsor us, dude. We have
We have two subscribers.
and it's
One is
us.
me. Are you subscribed?
Actually, I don't know.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the second one's my mom.
Hey, we got
Thank you, Mom.
somewhere, you know? Shout out to Seth's mom, dude.
When is your mom gonna get
Shout out to
subscribed?
Seth's mom for supporting us. Do you think she watches these?
My mom or your mom?
Yeah, your mom.
I deadass
Go
saw
ahead,
her
tell
watching
Mom
one the
over
other day, so
Oof.
probably. Unless she
There you
gets
go.
bored of them. Yeah,
Well,
we're in
viewers of
for
you where I
we're in deep now, buddy boy.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. Your mom is uninvited to my wedding, so
Oh.
she doesn't have to talk to me about it. Just for that.
I'll let her know.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. We're gonna pretend it's not real until it's successful, and then it's cool.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Uh,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
and with
Doesn't really
that, I think we should end the first episode here. Thank you for everyone who watched this, especially. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Especially Seth's mom. Big shout out to Seth's mom. Much love.
Yeah. Do you want to leave the people with a word of advice?
No.
Damn. Well, I'll do it.
Okay. Actually, wait. No.
Oh.
No, you go. No, you go.
No, you go.
No.
No,
Okay.
you go.
Okay. No, you hang up first. You hang up first.
Okay. Can you imagine this? The podcast ends there.
Dude, that would actually be funny. It'd hurt my feelings a little bit in the moment, but it'd be funny in the long run.
You wouldn't watch the end of that. You wouldn't know.
My words of advice. Take your personal information off the internet. Use what other podcasters are selling to you.
That's terrible advice.
Yeah.
But it's also decent
Yeah.
advice if your shit's on the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah,
Anyway.
what's your advice? What's your advice?
What's my advice? I was just
Yeah.
going to say, because I think today is National... I mean, obviously, it's not going to come out today. You know, I'm not even going to say, because it might be a completely waste of time by the time this episode comes out.
In celebration of
Don't
whatever
forget to
national day is.
register to vote. And if you
Ah.
haven't, do it. And if it's close to time, depending on when this comes out, go out and vote.
There you go, dude. There you go. The end.